Hello everybody, welcome. I'm No02, thank you for watching this video. We are in the third mission of our Act-6 walkthrough guide here. We're in Discovery. And for the most part, there's not a tremendous amount of stuff going on here. We'll note that this is a great place to hold out.
See that?
Beginning of the mission, really nice long hallway, got the minigun. Anything bad happens at the start, always fall back to the boat here.
I've got this.
We're going to not be exploring this area a whole lot. For the most part,
Look,
as you can see shining down there off in the distance, there's loot down there on a potential,
that was easy.
picnic basket.
Too easy if you
A
ask.
picnic basket, a picnic
Careful,
table. What am I
he could be
talking about?
watching us and
I
waiting
just
for
want
the
an opportunity
opportune
to
moment to
be,
strike. Don't
like,
let
you know,
him.
be
I
fair or
love
whatever.
science. Built a volcano for school once.
But really,
I
for the
wanted it
most
to
part,
be
nothing
hot,
going on
so
here. I
used
recommend the
boiling
path
vinegar.
that you take. Goodness, Hoffman, please. The other Hoffman's talking. The path that we take would be this one. I would recommend. We don't necessarily need to go down the center, right? Open areas, pick left or right, go down in the middle. But we don't need to go directly to the staircase. Right, we don't need to go directly to the staircase. No, look at that. Who cares? Because we can actually mantle these bushes. It's like the only baby sneaky thing that we can do. Really not a huge difference here, but this sort of makes it convenient to stick left all the way through. You can loot this area, and then you can just climb up comfortably right here.
Better than Bill's.
Stabilize the top of the roof, the keep
Something's off. I can feel
at
it.
the drawbridge, and then move your way on in. I will note that you can, one, see enemies spawn inside, but you can shoot through this glass. You can shoot through this glass, so which is really critical to pulling aggro. Sometimes in no hope mode you'll have birds here. If you don't have any, convenient means of destroying the birds that are blocking the way, it can be really annoying to try and get through this door without startling the birds, and there's a bunch of enemies standing inside, so you can just pull aggro through the windows here. Also, to your little side note, if you have the gas, the Act-6 Fiends corruption card, there's usually a tank of air inside this room, and again, it can be really tedious or time-consuming to try and get inside safely. You can actually reach the air by standing in this corner. You'll see like the air just right here. A lot of times you can sort of get a sip of it, get a sip of that air right out there. Now we sort of desperately hope for the toolkit room right here. There's not a tremendous amount going on at this mission at the start here. But we will note that, like a lot of Act 6, this is an incredibly hard
If only the experts knew then
holdout
how their theoretical
section of
production
the
was
Planetarium
maybe
Holdout.
we would have been able to
That's
save
nowhere
more
a place to
Leave
sort
it
of
to
comfortably
the
stand.
government.
We end up really
Centuries
burning
old
through a lot of bot
doctrines instead of
lives.
protecting citizens.
We'll talk about this more when we do like solo playthroughs and quick play and stuff, but just a really hard place to hold out in general. So getting that early toolkit room really nice, because we want to farm bot lives. If your bots don't have maximum lives, or we want bots to have maximum lives going into that holdout event.
Of course, the hydropower plant doesn't even need
Right,
a
to
sophisticated crew to
maximize
maintain.
basically our
Just
ability to
throw
survive.
bodies at it.
Because every time they go down, we get
limited battle.
healing, and all the other bots get healing, and pulls aggro here. Great corner to hold out in. Great place to take a fight. These balls, these electric balls, will damage the Ridden. They'll actually zippity zap them. I think it's almost like some survivors like try to take refuge inside of them. They will deal damage to mutations, but they obviously won't kill them.
God bless the prep.
Now we got this toolkit room. Either way, right? Toolkit rooms either way.
Putting this in my pocket.
I guess technically this is
No.
better RNG, right? This is better
Actually,
RNG than having the
this one.
previous toolkit room available. You can just hang out here and farm the bot
Bag
lives.
full of tricks.
Sit back, relax, and now prepare to
Now we're in the
see
planetarium.
mysterious.
And it's really at this point where the mission, I guess, starts to get interesting. Our holdout point, and then of course we get like a forced breaker fight at the end here.
Hear that?
Oh god, I did not hear that.
Watch out!
My only recommendation is to hang out sort of by these chairs. when the snipers show up, this planet right there, right? What is that,
I wonder
Saturn?
what this button does.
What is
The rings of Saturn, right?
place in
Sweet
the
Jesus. I don't know.
People have found many ways
We're not gonna go over this. We're not doing it here, internet.
Some
But when we do this holdout event, I just recommend hugging this back wall, hanging out right here.
through the light.
I tried to time this. The timers for this are different in No Hope and Recruit mode, and I couldn't get a consistent time. Sometimes it lasts, I don't know. This horde event will last somewhere between like a minute and 2 minutes. That's what I've gotten. It's not super consistent. But when the snipers show up, that is an indicator that we are coming to an end of this holdout event.
I'll make sure you have something
Don't
to
panic
remember.
and run to the door
Time, look, the
when this holdout event ends, because it'll end and it'll be like, the door's open, let's go!
dense rocky
Hang out.
ones nearest the sun
Let the event end, clean up everything that's going on,
mostly made
slowly and systematically work your way through getting all the snipers, because once this horde event ends, then you're good. You're clear, and you can just comfortably and safely walk to the door.
scale of space and the miracle of life.
Finish it all up, let it all wrap up comfortably here. In No Hope mode, again, we'll sort of see it with the bots how much of a pain in the butt this section can be, how
Door's
desperate
open.
we are.
Stop staring at the pretty lights and let's go.
Explorers, the wormhole back to Earth is now open. Travel back in time with me 90 million years to the
Cool.
rotation.
Right.
Something's
Not really the best, obviously hard to demonstrate in Recruit, but just keep in mind that that's going to be a really painful area. So make sure that your bots have as many lives as possible going into it.
Well, we
Or
certainly
if you're running
should.
pipe bombs, make sure that you save all of your pipe bombs primarily for that section here. I do want to note that, like, for the most part, we can be in almost all of this. Be sure to just sort of spray it a little bit here. Make sure that there's no rhythm just chilling inside of it. I think that's
Chow time's over, pal.
just for the most part, though, I've never seen enemies spawn in these
This
bushes.
looks
So
like
pretty
the
straightforward
habitat we
area
had
again.
to root.
For the most part, this map
Aquatic
is
humanoids
not
who
tremendous
built and
amount
lived
going
in
on.
underwater cities millions of years
Birds.
ago. Why aren't they?
Okay, come on, Hoppin. Birds can be up here. And of course, in No Hope mode, that's pretty frequent.
Trouble
You have
ahead.
to
I can
crouch
sense it.
underneath those birds. Now keep in mind that when birds spawn, they're not always super the same. There's like actual individual models for each of the birds. You can actually shoot each of the birds and
We seem to
trigger
be in the
effects
clear.
like adrenaline fueled based off of each bird that you've shot before they eventually reach a certain height and then they become intangible. But these birds here, so what I'm trying to say is, for the most part, 90% of the time, when birds spawn on top of this here, you have to crouch through this doorway, otherwise you will startle them and trigger an event. This is a map where getting a hive right here is ideal.
Seize the day.
Of course, there's loot behind here.
Like what my father used to say, check behind the waterfall.
I do want to note, we don't have Kala on our team,
Look, weapons
but I
scan.
have, on a number of occasions, found corrupted chests back here, despite not having
What
a
do you think
Kala.
of this?
And maybe that was in the patch notes that I missed. I don't remember, but loot for the
Pocketing
loot
this.
the waterfall. You got it.
Propane tank there.
Note that this is a great hallway to split
This doesn't
as far
feel
as
good.
dealing with a horde event is concerned.
Fact, the largest dinosaur egg ever found was 2 feet long.
And this is a great loot room, as you can see. Of course, we're running all the scav cards in a recruit mode, but if you're looking for any extra loot when you enter this area, this is a great room.
Biggest,
to get in
greatest,
general, right?
most dangerous hunters of their day.
But again, sort of like all the other jungle-y areas, I want to just recommend sort of
think
just
we got
peppering the jungle area to see if there's anything in it. And then we can just hug the wall and climb on top of all the dino friends. Appreciate the rip-off Jurassic Park music, which I appreciate. Now, when it comes to dealing with this horde event, this is where we're going to hold out. I highly recommend this here. This is the best corner as far as giving us nice distance and line of sights for everything, but also, too,
Over there.
it's going to allow us an opportunity to potentially manipulate the breaker a little bit. It's a small thing, it's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. Ooh, that's also, too, I forgot to mention, that this is where the secret trophy is campaign. You may have already seen it. I forgot about it. Thank goodness I remembered. But we're going to hold off here. Nice long line of sights. Very easy for you and human teammates to sort of pick your targets from a distance and shoot them and things like that. But the manipulation that we want to be paying attention to here
See that?
is that we can potentially aggro the breaker to try and jump on us while he's still in the staircase. And he can sort of like, I've never seen him get fully stuck, but he can sort of clip in between the ceiling right there
What's that?
and this handrail. And we can sort of waste his time just a little bit, giving us extra opportunity to shoot him before he gets on top of us. I stand on this box. I just start shooting him as soon as possible. You can see here, he'll leap at us from there. We don't have to move. It's super easy and comfortable. It's super chill here. He does his roar, and then he just did another leap. Right? So he showed up, leaped, roared, leaped. And all of that up there. Not a huge deal, right? Not a tremendous difference, but really the biggest difference is that typically when a breaker leaps, at least one person is having to get out of the way, right? And so here you can have all 4 players comfortably standing there, totally safe when he leaps. Now, spoilers, if you are not interested in seeing where the secret achievement is in this Act-6 campaign, just skip ahead. This is it. We're over. We're done. Actually, goodbye. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Here it is. Here is the secret. Right? The safe room was up there. The staircase that leads to the safe room. The big old rocks in the center. The button that we push to spawn the breaker fight. Right? The rocks that hold the T-Rex. We're looking at the staircase to go up to the safe room. Here it is. Up over here. Click it. I have already obtained it. That is your secret achievement.
Wrong.
I'm on the move. And that's Grim Discovery. Really not a whole lot going on, just all, remember all the basic fundamentals. You're back against the wall. Farm bot lives if you have the bot lives. You're doing it in solo mode. And just really the hardest part is that Planetarium Holdout. Don't be afraid to burn some extra supplies there and sort of just cross your fingers that you get a hive on the other side of it if this mission's going poorly for you. Questions, concerns, problems, let me know. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the future.